Hey guys, here at the Long War with your boy Juice and Kenny Boucher.
I am prepared to finally do it at the new Beast Laboratory.
And as Kenny just alluded to, this is the inaugural Beats Laboratory breakdown. And what better way to do that than with me playing old school 5th edition Grey Knight Blood Angels.
Yes, I get some unadulterated Nurgle love.
So with it being the inaugural Beats Laboratory OG day, we're going to keep it in full steam with cats included. And we are going to have a book mission. You know, let's play 40K like how it's supposed to be played. And we rolled it up. And so it looks like we're going to have a Dawn of War.
Standard deployment.
Yep, and kill points.
Traditional.
Yeah, without a doubt. And what better way when you got two armies that just want to clash into each other. And then obviously, as coming out of the book, we have First Blood, Linebreaker, and Slay the Warlord.
Playing some Chaos Demons today. This is one of my favorite armies of all time. Anyone who knows me, obviously, all Nurgle theme. Out of the HQ department, I got myself the Great Unclean One, fully decked out. He's got one greater gift, one exalted gift, and one lesser gift. Also, he's got level 3 psychic powers. Got a Herald on Palanquin. He is a level 2 psyker with a greater and a lesser gift. He also has the Funeral Pain Loki. Fast attack section, I got a unit of 7 Plague Drones with a Plague Bringer with a greater gift and an icon. Over here in the Troop section department, 2 squads of 10 Plague Bears, keeping it OG. Heavy support, got a Plague Hulk, converted by Robbie B from the Forge World selection. He is an awesome little addition to the army. And over here for the other heavy support choice, a Demon Prince. He has level 3 powers, double greater, single lesser. He's upgraded to have wings. He's got these sweet Manus wings from that Rob also converted. He does not have demonic armor because at the 1500 point level, I feel comfortable not running around with a 3-up armor save. I'll just take my 2-up cover save.
So I've got my 2 favorite Marine chapters there are my Grey Knights and Blood Angels. So the breakdown, I've got a Sanguinary Priest that is a part of my Blood Angels detachment with 7 Thunderhammer Storm Shield Terminators and a 7-man Blood Angel tactical squad. On the other side of the fence with my Grey Knights, I got Brother Captain Stern, Lord Caldor Drago himself, a Dread Knight with a personal teleport homer, and 2 5-man strike squads in Rhinos. So now that we know that it's going to be a kill point mission, and we both have 2 close combat units, like I don't know about you what you're worried about, but like I know how powerful Grimoire and with the random psychic abilities that you can get, you know, like you can go nigh unkillable, as can I.
That's true. You know, playing an Nurgle themed army makes me a little nervous not to have my Fate Weaver because that's my competitive choice. You always need that reroll. If you're going to
that's a good point. I didn't even think about that because I always see you and playing Chaos, but there's always a Fate Weaver there for that Grimoire.
Yep. You can't put any stock in a Grimoire if you don't have the Fate Weaver. But I chose very deliberately to go with the Nurgle theme today. You know, 7-man Drone Star and all the other things. So that's the only thing that's going to hold me back is no Fate Weaver. But I feel pretty good. If I get my powers off of my sequences, it's going to be very difficult to deal with my units. But you have much the same thing in your army, so that's going to be a problem.
Yeah, I think the big difference, you have a unit that I can interact with if you decide to stay in the air, and that's that Demon Prince. If you decide, you know, which you will come down, but until you do, you know, the little firepower that I have is just, might as well not even be doing it.
Yep. I feel that, but I mean, it's kill points, so I'm going to have to come down and kill some things.
That's true. So Kenny, this is the first rolls of the game, man. This is for deployment sides. We already know that it's the Dawn of War.
Sure enough. Looks like I get to pick my side.
Go ahead and get that 1 out of the way now. And this is to see the big roll who goes first.
Oh, looks like I get to send my army up first and possibly go first. So I deployed everything but my squishy units and easy to kill units, but they can all deep strike. Great Unclean One has Iron Arm and Feeble and Warp Speed, chilling back there in the cut. Demon Prince in the foreground has Endurance, Warp Speed, and Life Leech. The Herald of Nurgle, he rolled on Demonology once I got a couple good powers, and he has Cursed Earth and Dark Flame. And obviously everyone has the Primus of ability because everyone rolled entirely on 1 discipline.
All right, so here we are. We are starting with, in the building, I've got my super unit that is led by Caldor Drago himself. And as everybody knows, he has Gate of Infinity and Hammerhand and obviously Force. He's also with Brother Captain Stern there, who's going to be popping off Sanctuary to make sure that that unit gets that 2-up invone. Also, I have the Sanguinary Priest, that's that unit. I've got some Blood Angels chilling in the building and over in the cut to kind of go on some flank. I've got the Dread Knight and the 2 strike squads. So Kenny has opted to make me go second. So I picked up the dice and I'm about to roll the sticks and go. Oh, I was talking it up too much.
Obviously, going first in a kill point mission always makes me happy because I get to sling my psychic powers and whatnot up first. Get to see what his counterstroke is going to be. It also potentially lets me dictate some charge on my own terms. So this might be a KG turn. This might be just some psychic powers and maneuvering because I absolutely have to engage him, not let him engage me. And I will literally take 3 turns, 4 turns to do that if I have to. So with this unit right here, I have one big slow guy and all these fast guys. So basically the idea is to put him in the front so we can drag him into combat for as long as we can without slowing down. This is his difficult terrain roll. He can go 6 inches. They can go 12. Seems pretty good. So I know his final location can be up to here, and they can be anywhere they need to be. I do have to think about my strategy. His charge distances, like I guess the maximum charge for a unit on foot is 18 inches.
Yep.
So if he gets an insane roll, he can charge here. So at this moment, not going to pass that plane, but I am going to start shifting with my speed towards squishier units in the backfield. I don't know how many second powers I actually need at this moment, but I am going to at least try to sling a couple of Grimoires before I do second powers because I'm still in the movement phase. So that's something that's kind of tricky for demon players. Remember to do their Grimoire before they start rolling for second powers, and I almost got myself to it. About to start this psychic phase, we'll be slinging some Biomancy around. Let's see if I get that Grimoire off. It's on a 3-up. I don't. I've lost an invulnerable save this turn, though I'm just trying to get those bad rolls out of the way. Now let's see how many warp charges that Juice and I both get. 2.
I'm rocking with 9 right now.
I think that takes me up to, I had an 8, 9, 10, so I have 1 more than you. I'm going to start off just, just to wind up, just to keep it fun. I'm going to sling an endurance back to the plague flies. I'm not going to get too ambitious. I'm just going to do it on 4 dice. It needs 2 passes, of course. I get 3 passes, but I do have a perils, which I have to resolve immediately, which is the all quiet in the western front as long as I pass a leadership check. So 3 passes, no damage to myself.
I'm going to let that go.
Obviously, because there's not going to be a lot of engagement on turn 1. So the next thing I'm going to do is a Cursed Earth on a 1 single dice. Yep. That's the end of my second phase. Not a lot of action from the demons this turn, but I do have to pick my shots in a kill point mission. I almost took a wound already from perils, so that's something I was actually nervous about.
Yeah, I was looking forward to that.
But we'll see what Juice does. He's got some similar second power shenanigans, and he's probably going to try to get his powers off because I'll be able to engage with him.
So my turn 1, I actually, before the game started, I was like, man, I'm not even going to need a Gate of Infinity anywhere. But, little spoiler alert, turn 1, I am going to Gate of Infinity. And check at home, see if you know where I'm going to go. So, and then besides that, I'm just going to try to move back and not give up First Blood is my end game. So this is the end of the movement phase. Just went ahead and backed skirt of the table. Let's still make sure I'm within 24 so I can take some random side cannon and Stormbolter shots into the flying demon prince. I didn't even decide to move my Terminator, my big unit, because obviously they're about to Gate of Infinity, and went ahead and backed up here with the Blood Angels. So I'm ready to go right into the psychic phase. So here's the community dice.
3.
I like it. So that puts me at the mighty 12. So first thing we're going to do to make sure that our...
Or 10. You start with 7, right?
Yes, I'm sorry, 10. Thank you. I was thinking of the 9 from before. So
Fine, if you get to keep adding them.
That's right. I am going to do 2 things. I'm going to cut my dice in half with 1 extra one going on this one to make sure that I get that +1 to my invuln save. Goes off on 3.
3 passes to the invuln save. I don't have a lot of dice to even engage you with, so basically I'll throw every single one of my dice at you, which I believe I might be closer to 12, right? 8, 9, 10, 11. I have 11. Here's the first 5. Here's the other 6. 3 6s, dog.
You did get it. Look at that.
Look at that.
So now I basically get an unmolested 4 dice roll for Gate of Infinity, and it does go off. So sometimes barely is just enough. So we're gonna go ahead and try to land right here. We're gonna go back 3 inches. I was loving that 3-inch movement right there. So I got a big footprint. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the G down first. I always like to lead with my pimp. Everybody, this is where we're gonna land.
But I don't even think with the Gate Infinity rules now you have to put them out there first, right? I think you can put anyone in the unit, right?
You are very correct. But it's just the old schoolness of doing it, and then I'm gonna finish off this flying V formation, reverse flying V formation.
Actually, do you have to keep the circle going? Like if you create the first circle, do they have to start here and stay in the next circle, or can you go anywhere you want?
Oh, that's a good point.
I've always assumed that concentric circles means like make it the first circle, then the second circle.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I like that. So I would have to go this and then come back here?
Yeah, basically, I think about it all the time because Drago gating people around is one of my wet dreams that I have constantly.
Onto the shooting phase, I'm just going to take some pop shots for my Grey Knights, shooting at the Mantis there. So basically, and this is a friendly game, remember? Like Kenny and I love playing each other. So as one of those things for speed, what we talk about is I'm going to combine 2 little units together. I know it doesn't have the high likelihood of doing much. So I've got 2 guys can shoot out of each Rhino. I've got 1 Storm Bolter each. That's a big nothing. And I have 2 salvo side cannons each. That's a big nothing. And real quick, lastly, from the Rhinos. And a bunch of nothing. Lastly, a little bit of run. And that'll be the end of my turn. So I got what I wanted. I'm basically in the position that I wanted to be. I want to make sure that I save my squishy units. And that's about it. I feel good, and I'm just going to brace for the charge.
So he was able to outmaneuver me. I thought I was going to get to the flank over there, but I forgot about the Gate of Infinity into the last second, of course. So I'm going to probably just have to engage him. Hopefully I get Grimoire off, and hopefully I can hold him down for a couple turns. And let's see if my reserves come in. Let's see if that Plague Hulk comes in. He's in. 2 units of Plague Bears. 1's in. This is where I want to bring the Plague Hulk.
Going in hard.
So hard. I'm not too afraid because the mishap chart is not that hard to deal with this turn.
Yeah, it's really forgiving.
Yep. And obviously, hopefully I don't scatter off the table, but if I do, only a roll of 1 will actually take me out of the game. Chaos giveth.
Stuck it.
So I'm about to sling that Grimoire onto this unit. Need a 3 or better. Negative on the Grimoire.
That feels good.
Gonna vector strike this unit. Then roll again. There's a successful wound with strike 7, or strike 6, I mean. And how do you want to randomize this one, Juice?
So it's the easiest for me to try to understand. I'm gonna roll 2 dice, ignore the 1s. So on 3 and up, I have 10 models there.
Okay.
So number 11, which is this guy.
So he has to take out an invulnerable save.
It's good to go.
Let's see how many community dice we get. That's gonna be 6. That's not what I like to see.
I like staying tight with you.
So the first thing I'm gonna cast is I'm gonna try to get a Cursed Earth back up to establish my 5-up invulnerable back. Goes off on 1 dice.
I'm gonna try to do my best not to let that happen. So I'm gonna sack half my dice, rounding down, to try to see if I can get a 6. Ooh.
There it is.
There it is.
So the next thing I want to do, somewhat important, is going to be the old Endurance. I need to sling Endurance back on this unit. And we're going with all but 3 of my dice. It goes off on 4 passes. This is really important because this gives me 4 Feel No Pain and Eternal Warrior.
Now let me tell you, I feel like I can roll 6s better than just about anybody out there, but I don't think with my 7 remaining dice I can touch 4 successes. So I'm gonna let that ride.
So I currently have a 4 Feel No Pain, and the last thing I'm gonna do is sling an Enfeeble back to the unit. And the Enfeeble is on, let me see if I actually have range. I think the Enfeeble's on the Great Unclean one. He is in range. So he needs at least 1 4-up. He goes off on 1 dice.
And see if I can get 1 to stop it.
You just need a 5s, and you get to reroll 1s, being Grey Knights.
Yep, so I pick up 3. 3 successes. Good to go.
So this Plague Hulk is going to sling one of his abilities, which is a Strength 6 AP3 Flamer. It's not Torrent like the Baleful Flamer is, but it is still pretty tight. Hopefully I can kill some Blood Angels right here. Juice.
Let me see how many you get. Bam! Looks like 5.
Reroll that one for you guys. Looks like I killed 5 of them. That's a pretty good roll.
5 guys die.
I am going to nominate this Assault right here. Roll a 7. Juice, can you help me out there?
Yeah, 7 looks good. I think I just looked and it is a 5-inch charge, so 7 will get you.
Before initiative 10, I guess, is challenges. Juice.
Yeah, I'm gonna issue Kaldor, Lord Drago himself.
Well, I guess this guy right here, my only character in who's engaged, will accept. And I guess you get to do the ultimate teleport.
Do.
And I get to put an impact hit on you.
Yep.
Which I wound you. 2-up save.
I've never failed a 2-up save.
No, never in my life.
So we're gonna take care of this challenge first. Go ahead, throw with Drago. He's not going to be as deadly this turn, but next turn once I activate Force, or attempt to activate Force if it goes off, this unit's going to get a lot nastier. Here's my attacks. I'm going to go ahead, preferred enemy this. Mastercrafted that. Ooh.
Not the best.
Now that I never fail 2-up armor saves, but I roll a lot of 1s. And
Strength 7 needs 2s. We've got a 6+ invulnerable right now because we failed Grimoire. We don't make either, but we also have 4-up Feel of Pain from Endurance. We take 1 wound and no instant death. And I'll swing back to you. I did charge, and that is my Plague Ridden, so he has 5 attacks. He got 2 hits. He has Strength 5. He is also Mastercrafted because he does have an Greater Ether Blade. And he's Strength 5. He 3's the wound. He puts 3 AP2 wounds back on Drago himself, who's only toughness 4 in this edition.
That's right. So now I'm going to go ahead and roll these saves. Ooh. And stick 2 5-up Feel No Pains.
All day.
Taking 2
that
on Lord.
That does not happen every day, ladies and gentlemen. So that was a pretty good assault. We both kind of stonewalled each other with quality and psychics. 2 quiet turns for the Warp Storm. Rolled 7 twice.
I'm happy about that.
You know, sometimes the Warp Storm giveth and taketh. I was unable to get First Blood. I was really hoping some Tactical Marines would fall off the table after a Flamer.
Was able to stick that leadership check.
And so all in all, feel pretty good. We're still battling it out for First Blood because oftentimes in a kill point game with small armies, First Blood is who wins.
Yeah, for sure. So turn 2 for me, I'm feeling really good. I need to make sure I get some psychic abilities off. Force, try to instant kill some of these guys.
I'm not looking forward to that 2-up invulnerable.
Yeah, for sure. Sticking, hopefully I'll make some Feel No Pains. Also, I want to make sure that I put my Rhinos in a position not to get Vector Struck right now. So he can't just fly right off the board, get an easy First Blood with a shot. I've got to figure out what I'm going to do with that Plague Hulk. So it wasn't too much. Rhinos are just moving away, but this is the key thing here that I wanted to talk about is before I moved my Dread Knight, I decided that I am going to try this charge. I had already, before I touched the model, it was a 7-inch charge. So I moved him as 12 inches and marked that. So there's no discrepancy later. So again, that's just a tactic. Make sure you try, especially in tournaments when every inch matters. Last little bit, move these 2 remaining guys, Blood Angels, up into the ruins, trying to keep them away from these Plague Bearers because I'm going to try to deal with the Plague Hulk now. And we're basically just going to roll right into the Psychic phase with the Community Dice roll. Looking like a 2. Alright, so we rolled the dice. I'm going to start out by rolling Force. We are casting it from Brother Captain. Goes off on 2.
Goes off on 2, and you only have 2 Force weapons in that squad.
Yep.
I will probably let that one ride.
I'm going to now try to cast Hammerhand from Drago on a single dice. Doesn't go off. Just trying to plink, see if I get any dice out of that pool before I roll for Sanctuary.
Sanctuary just barely goes off. So I feel like I have enough dice. I'll roll like my first 6 dice to see if I can get a 6. There it is. So I did take away his 2 vulnerable, which will only matter if he fails to roll a Storm Shield saves again this turn.
So we're going to do the Shake and Bake Rhinos here. Are going at the Demon Prince. I've lumped all the combined total of 8 Storm Bolters altogether.
Woo! Some 6s.
That is 5
in case it's not clear, Nurgle Demon Prince is always Jink.
And need 6s.
5s.
5, excuse me. Thank you. And nothing. And the 2 side cannons. 1.
It's a 2. Take that 2 up cover save from being Nurgle Jinkin, and I'm good to go.
So this is that 7-inch charge that I was talking about, and let's see if I can stick it. And I do. So, Dread Knighty McKnighterton. Codename Abram. Makes contact. Dread Knight coming in, and a Hammer of Wrath can't hurt you against
You're strength
walkers.
6.
Yep.
I'm currently armor 13, so.
I heard that's not enough. So I need 3s to hit.
Solid first roll, and you're strength 10, I think, right?
Yes, sir. Last time I checked, so I'm looking for
3s again. There's 3 pens, and we do have a 5+ vulnerable because we are demon. Hopefully I can get one of these. None. I have 1 whole point left because I do have 4. Let's see if you can't explode me with your AP2. You need
looking
6s.
for a 6.
There it is.
Stuck it.
First blood.
Back to Caldor there. I'm going to his attacks. Master Crafted.
Looking for that challenge. Finally get out of that challenge.
Seems good to me. That's 4 of them.
Yep, and you did activate force.
Yes, sir.
Should have blocked this, so all I have is my stupid invulnerable save. I have 2 wounds left, so 6 up invulnerables. He's dead. This spills out into the unit. Make one of them. Take another one of the guy because I am currently Eternal Warrior from Endurance.
So that was a lot better for me this turn. I was able to, Drago was able to knock down his fly in a challenge, and I was able to, I think, pick up a 1.5 total more.
Yep.
So it's 2.5 basically dead. And I didn't really feel that Phelan Sanctuary as of yet. Dread Knight being able to jump over and hunk the Plague Hulk was definitely unexpected. I didn't think it was going to go that far, but so that was clutch. I don't know if I'm going to be able to move around too much more. This Demon Prince is still in the air. There's nothing I can do about him, so we'll just see where he lands and how many kill points he can get from me before I can actually try to chase him down.
What I need to stonewall this assault right now is I definitely need to go into this turn with a Grimoire, knowing I'm going to get one in movement phase. Get my stat going off so I stop losing fly so I can hold this unit off for a while. And I do need to pick up some kill points because, obviously Juice is on the board right now with a kill point and first blood. I'm about to start chasing those rhinos down. I'm going to have to start chasing these 2 little tactical marines down and just keep my flies alive. We are going to try to get that Grimoire. We've moved all our models. We're in position to do the things we want to do. There it is.
Stuck it with a 6
with
too.
the old Long War 6.
Made up for the last 2 turns.
That was a big deal. Now Psychics is an even bigger deal for my ultimate combo. 3 community dice for Juice and me. Going to start off over here by doing a 1 dice Feeble, taking a page out of Juice's playbook. Goes off. He has to decide if he wants to waste a dice to pass it. It does amplify my offense because it does let me use the poison ability more efficiently.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna go ahead and match his 1 dice with 1 myself.
It is a 5 and he rerolls a 1. Rerolls 1s. Blocks it.
There we go.
All right. Would have loved to have the free and feeble, but I guess can't always have it. So my great unclean one in the backfield is going to sling in a biomancy going onto the old, what's that first one? Smite. He goes off. Basically going to target the little guys in that crater. I think it's 3 shots these days.
Yep.
Hits on 4s because he has bad ballistic skill, and it's wounds on 4s because it's only strength 4. So I got that out of the way. That didn't do anything.
Good nothing.
And so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to sink everything, just about everything in the Cursed Earth, I think. I'm I might save 3 for tricks up these sleeves, but Cursed Earth goes off on 2 dice. This is the combo I really need.
No.
Damn.
All those dice.
I don't even know what to do with these 3 dice that I still have left in the back burner. I guess for redundancy's sake, we'll try to make them even better by trying to pass an endurance on 2 dice, of course. Slung back from the Demon Prince, so they are essentially the 2
Unkillable.
2 upper roll, 2 plus invulnerable right now, and 4 feel no pain. So, but their offense is not greatly improved. They're just more survivable than they used to be.
So Kenny's already elected to say that the Plague Bearers are going to be up first, so he is 2 inches off. So it looks like a 5-inch star. Job, man.
Going up the ruins 3 inches. So 7 will probably get it.
No, 7 is exactly what you needed.
So that's pretty huge. Maybe I can convert on a kill point myself. And obviously, I'm going to issue a challenge over here. My Herald over here, who's super unkillable, is going to issue a challenge to your unit. I think you have at least 3 characters.
Yeah, I am going to. Your Herald doesn't have AP2, correct?
He does.
He
He's
does
a
have
beast.
AP2.
He's a beast. Strength 6, AP2, weapon skill higher than 4.
Drago is going to continue to take this on the chin.
All right.
So Drago's back in a challenge. He's okay being there. He's going to go ahead and swing his attacks. We're going to go ahead preferred enemy and mastercrafted.
Good old Drago. And he has force, you said, right?
Yes, sir.
So toughness 5.
So I need 2s with a reroll.
Word. So we are currently 2 up and vulnerable right now. We fail 1. We don't get feel no pain because you did.
I am force.
You did click up the force, but we are Eternal Warrior though, so
Yep.
we don't die. He does take a wound, and he does sling back 5 attacks of his own back to you. With 3 hits of his own, and he is strength 6, and he is mastercrafted. And he does 2 wounds back to Drago in return.
Need to make sure I don't mess this up here. Okay, so he can't die, but I'm gonna stick this feel no pain.
There it is.
Is the rollback.
Was able to crush out some Blood Angels, giving me a kill point. So I've tied the kill point game, but I need to play some catch up because in games like this, first blood matters. My unit's currently unkillable, but his can be just as unkillable with the drop of a Psychic Power hat. Feeling pretty good about being able to chase these rhinos down over the course of the game and potentially get back into it.
So my 3, I kind of am just at a standstill of what to do. I just have to make sure that my unit stays Super Saiyan and doesn't die. In return, trying to match kill point for kill point of what that Nurgle Demon Prince is going to turn out over the next couple go rounds. So just finished movement going into the psychic phase here. Let's see how many community dice we get. 2. I'm actually okay with that. We are going to start out with force. Goes off on 1.
And force gives you the rerolls, also takes away my endurance, which I may or may not need depending on your hammer hand. And it goes off on 1 for you.
Yes, sir.
I'll sling 2 dice. You know what? I really care more about that than anything, so I'll throw 6 dice at that, see if I can't block it. And I do block it.
Seems good. And then now I'm going to try to sneak a single hammer hand off. That does go off.
And I think I have just enough dice to try to sling 5 at that. Right? We rolled 2. I had 8, 9, 10. I already rolled 6, 4, so I'll try to block that. Negative.
And my sanctuary goes off and no perils. So I skirted around the Great Unclean One to try to make this charge happen. This is a little longer than before, but it's only still a 5, but it's failable. Not today, it isn't. Sneak around and get him from the outside. So initiative 10, we're going to do his Hammer of Wrath. That is a wound.
See if I can't get a 5 up and vulnerable. Negative. Lose guy.
It's 1 down. Then we're just going to go ahead and swing my 5 Doom Fists.
Preferred enemy demons.
It would have been nice to 5 hit, 5 wounds, but stuff happens. Preferred enemy, and that was cocked, and now this is a preferred enemy.
Yes, sir. See if I can't get a few 5 ups out. I'll get all 3.
When you mean a few, oh.
And I do have 9 attacks of poison back at you, so they're worth swinging. So looking for 4s. Ooh, not an initial good investment. Looking for 4s again. 2 up armor saves for my man juice.
Seems good.
It's good. I'll lose combat by 1 and demonic instability. It's 10. We are currently leadership 6 by losing by 1, so we lose 4 more guys.
Yes, sir. So bottom of my 3. You know, we stalled out here, literally just wasting throwing a bunch of dice. We're both unkillable for the most part. If you were wondering at home why I took those rhinos and power slid them back towards us, I wanted to draw that demon prince closer towards the combat instead of running away, so where if I do get out of this, I can go right into him as well.
So this turn's gonna be pretty easy. You're gonna just have to go into those rhinos, start trying to open them up. The Great Unclean One has to make some decisions. If he wants to go left, he wants to go right. He's slow no matter what. He's gonna have to make a good charge no matter what he does. He's probably closer to getting into the super combat than he is getting to that Dread Knight. So I'll probably go there because I like to go where the action is. Let's see if we can't get another successful Grimoire off from the Great Unclean One to the big unit of flies. It does go off, thank Jesus. When I say Jesus, I mean
The
Nurgle.
6 pound, 8 ounce baby Jesus.
Baby Jesus with golden fleece diapers. Let's see how many psychic powers I get to cast this turn. I add 5 to the pool. So clutch. Juice over here handed me 5. He almost guessed it right.
No.
I'm about to be slinging some powers. Probably going to be doing much the same I did last turn. First thing I'm going to do, see if I can't get lucky. The old obligatory enfeeble goes off. See if my buddy wants to go after it.
I'm such a sucker for this. I've got a chance to roll 1 dice. Of course I'm going to do it no matter what it is. So let's see if I can't.
Also get a 5 rolling once. You block it.
Love the 6s.
I'm going to save a few dice for that endurance again, but I am going to start off with the old Cursed Earth because I need it. Rolling a lot of dice on it, no perils. That's about a 4-pass Cursed Earth.
I'm going to let that ride.
Okay, and so what I'm going to do is I have saved some dice, try to get ballsy here. I'm going to throw 2 at Iron Arm over here for the Great Unclean One. It does not go off. And 3 for Endurance for the unit again. It does not go off. That's all my powers. Juice didn't get to roll his handful of dice.
I was sitting here like I am going to stop Endurance. I did stop it. Didn't even have to roll.
Just rolled an 8 on the Warp Storm. Haven't been showing you guys a lot of this action because it's been all quiet in the warp. But I have no Demons of Khorne. He has 2 vehicles here that can be affected on a 6. No, on a 6. Nope. And that was the Warp Storm for this turn. Great Unclean One looking for a 7-inch charge. 6. I don't think he's gonna make it. I'll have my buddy here check it out for me.
Nope.
I just eyeballed. It might have been an 8, so it looks like I'm not getting that. Got a unfailable charge over here. I'll just move him in. And in the backfield, we're just going to see how many inches my Plague Bearers go to get this charge. We have an 8-inch charge. We're going to try to swarm that Dread Knight, see if we can't get lucky.
So the Mighty Dread Knight's going to take his 4 attacks, and he's going to go against the unit that just charged. So again, for people, it might seem like an auto, we just move right past it, but the unit that charged gets double attacks. Even though the other unit is smaller, this is a kill point mission. So I would rather take away attacks. Sometimes the best offense is good defense. I don't know if that applies here right now, but I'm taking away attacks.
That's good because I can't. If I can get through, you only have 4 wounds and we have poison. So.
Yep. So that I can't get to re-roll that, and that is 3, sir.
So they have 5 up invulnerables. We lose 3, so that is 6 attacks from our pool, which is all good. I've already accounted for it. So this is how many attacks we have now. Pulling everything that's not a 4 out, obviously. And coming back in to wound you on 4s. Poison. Let's put these out because this table is a little bumpy, though beautiful. I got juice right here.
Let's not have an epic run on 1s here. Just only picked up 1 wound. He's still rocking 3 left.
Demon Prince with an impact hit. Does a pen right before at initiative 10. The pen is a 4, which means he can't move or shoot next turn. And we have 7 attacks because we have 2 specialty weapons. We are using our Plague Flail, which increases our strength by 1. So we need 3s or better. There's 3 more pens. Let's see if we explode it. It's AP 2. We do explode this Rhino at initiative 8. The radius of 4, which will spill into this combat. Chock full of people with 2+ invulnerables and feel no pain, so a whole lot of them.
Back to the challenge with Drago. So he is getting his 4 attacks. Mastercrafted.
It's the worst roll I've seen Drago do.
And then looking for those 2s. So that's 2.
So 1 by 1, because I do have a 2 up invulnerable. And I don't have feel no pain or eternal warrior up, so this could kill me. It does not. Good old unkillable units. Let's see if I can kill his unkillable. I have 5 attacks. Back to Drago. Mastercrafted. 2 hits. I'm going to strike 6. Double 1s. Negative. So I was able to get another kill point this turn. Makes me happy. Stonewalling, doing my thing. If I get really lucky, I'll be able to take out this Dread Knight. If I get even more lucky, I might even be able to take out this Strike Squad before they hurt me. I got to keep passing Grimoire, and I got to keep passing Cursed Earth, though, to not have Juice just pick up my unit of flies.
So for it being turn 4, it has been a slugfest, but we're kind of stonewalling each other left and right. This Dread Knight is dug in. I need to make sure that I get out of that. So I was able to bring the Demon Prince over to the combat. Now this one Rhino is time to haul ass, you know, and get away from everybody to save those 2 kill points, because those 4 Grey Knights, nothing I can do for you, bro. So here we are, Psychic Phase. Just everybody kind of move, ran turbo boosted to get out of the way. Or excuse me, they're going to. And let's see what kind of our community dice is looking like. That is an additional 4. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna roll 3 on 4s. Ooh,
Ooh,
does not go off.
epic.
So now I'm gonna roll 7 on Sanctuary. We do have, it's 3 successes, but we do have a
Perils to resolve.
Perils.
Because it could take dice away from me.
He's gonna go Super Saiyan. Ooh, no, he just takes a wound. Leadership check.
No, it's not. You just take a wound, but you do have feel no pain against it.
Okay. So here's the feel no pain. I take a wound, and I pass my leadership.
And who was the caster of that? That was Sanctuary, so obviously that was Brother Stern.
Yep, and I apologize. There's no leadership check involved with that. I'm sorry.
That's
we just lose.
And is that all your dice?
Yes.
So obviously I have to sling all my dice to get 3 6s. I only get 2. So Sanctuary is still up.
And let me just check real quick to make sure that I think I'd lose a spell.
Out of 2. Well, obviously we'll review. Play in the field.
So I was correct. I lose a psychic ability. So I need to roll 4 powers with him. Literally the only one I really care about is Sanctuary. So that will be 4, 5, and 6. I will re-roll. Huh. I lose Sanctuary. It happens. So I do have 1 dice left. I stopped, and Kenny doesn't have endurance right now, so I really want to make sure Force went off. So I'm hoping that I can make my Thunderhammers strength 10. Oh, that is the epitome of a leaner. So even though it's in my favor, I'm gonna re-roll it. Like, it is an obvious leaner. Dice never lie. 4 it is. So here we go with Drago. This is the challenge we're going here. Drago's like, yo, I'm hitting with all of them now that my force isn't off. And he's at strength 9.
So that's 4 wounds. My Paladin guy has been wounded once. So I think he Herald has 2. You get +1 wound from a Pelican, I believe. Maybe +2 wounds. I think it's actually +1. So he has 4 wounds. He has 3 left. I'll roll the first 3 on 2 up invulnerables. The last one on 2 up invulnerable. It just doesn't matter.
So this is my initiative 5, Sanguinary Priest, and
Stern himself.
Stern himself. Actually, I need to re-roll these. So
Absolutely. Yeah, because as he just realized someone had preferred enemy demon in there.
So Stern
actually, I think
good.
the whole unit gains. If it's actually me, if you want to go back in time, and you with 3 hits and 2 misses, one of them being a 1, preferred enemy demon is conferred to the unit.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that. Math worked out. Dice
So it
worked out. I have
the
4
same,
hits. So I need 3s now because of Hammer Hand. But now preferred enemy for the
Yep.
unit still stays strong, so that is a reroll.
So 3 wounds.
Yep.
So start off on the guy. What guy over here at the higher initiative was unwounded. We have 2 up and vulnerable still. We have 3 wounds each, so I'll just roll 3. We're good. My retaliation, back to initiative order, is the Herald to Drago and the challenge. Master crafted for the greater Veil weapon. The greater Ether Blade. Strength 6. He does 3 wounds to Drago, who has a 2 up and vulnerable. Takes a wound but feel no pain though. Drago is on his last wound. And here's my squad, swinging with 3 attacks each. Decent roll, that's what I expect. And we did not enfeeble you.
Nope.
So we are looking for 3s because we have poison 3 from our upgrade. And 2 up saves for anyone in base with me that you want.
We're going to start with this Terminator.
Yes, sir. Yep.
Stonewall that, and I'm just going to turn around and do these Thunderhammers. It's Thunderhammer time, baby.
Preferred enemy.
Now I'm strength 10. With preferred enemy. That is 9, brother.
So obviously, much the same as you just did. I'm going to pick a guy.
This guy's wounded.
This guy's wounded to you, and he's engaged with a guy who's initiative 1. So I'm going to start there, 1 by 1, because it will insta kill me. Moving along. I guess I don't have to roll 1 by 1. How many guys do I have? 1? I guess I do because it can spill over to my heralds. So 4. It literally doesn't matter. Roll the rest of them. We lose 2. Starting with the guy who has 1 wound left. Moving to a guy who's completely undamaged. So that is 4 wounds. About to roll our demonic instability. We're down to leadership 5. Up of an 8. So that is a lot.
4 guys died.
So we do have
4 wounds.
We do have feel no pain though from our Loki. So 5 up feel no pain starting here. We don't make any, so we lose this guy right here and flip a wound on him. So this guy is on his last wound. It was a pretty good conversion for juice.
So Dread Knight is holding his own. He was only able to knock down 2 Plague Bearers of the small units, and now there's 2 in one and 7 in the other. But they did fight through and put another wound on me, so I'm only rocking 2 left. But I feel good that I'll prevail here. Man, clutch. Being able to go with my hammers and having Kenny just roll a couple unlucky ones, that really hurt that unit. And we'll see now. The Demon Prince is going to have to make a decision on does he go to those 4 little guys or does he come into the big boy unit.
Going into turn 5, we got to make some decisions. I'm going to probably, kill point wise, he's about to finish off a kill point. I've only gotten 2, and he's only gotten 1, but he's about to get his 2nd, potentially his 3rd, moving to his 5th. So I'm going to have to really make some plays here, So, part of me kind of just wants to hit everything into this Terminator unit and see if I can put, Great Unclean One where an independent character is, put Bale Sword Guy where an independent character is, so he has to make some lookout sirs. Fails 1, maybe I kill a guy, get lucky right there, maybe kill Drago in this challenge fight. So my gut's telling me if I kill this 1 unit, I come in here and he kills this unit, like what's the difference? But the smart play in me, also
You want to go for the win.
Well,
the difference is you want to play cagey and try to tie, keep up with me, but you actually want to leapfrog me and win the game.
And also, you're about to not have Sanctuary anymore, so it's like, if you get out of this combat and then gate out, I'm going to be in trouble. Either way, you can gate out. So actually, that's something I got to think about. There's a lot of tactics here. He can gate, he can't gate. So honestly, I think I'm just going to send everyone into this combat, enfeeble them, and see if I can't get lucky. I'm definitely going to try to keep this Herald alive, so I'm going to try to get a Grimoire off again. Nope. So the invulnerable save here has gone to shit.
It's gotten real.
It's gotten real. So let's see what the second pull is. 5 dice each. Going to try to enfeeble this unit with a level 3 Psyker. We get 1 pass. We'll take 2, 4, 5 passes here, and he gets to block me on 5s, rolling 1s if he chooses to do this.
Yeah, this is big. I have to make sure that I can do some offense. So I'm actually just going to sack all my dice. And
looking for 5 5s.
Looking for 5 5s with rerolls of 1. Without the rerolls, I probably wouldn't do it, but we'll see what happens.
So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and you have a 1 to reroll.
We know about me getting able to play with 1 dice, so
let's
see what I can spin it into.
He blocks it. So Feeble goes down. So that's bad times. That's bad times. So we have a couple more options here. First thing I need to do is, since I know he's used all his abilities, is I'm going to throw a single dice at Cursed Earth because I'm basically committed to losing this unit. Cursed Earth goes off, and I'm going to use all these right here for endurance on the Demon Prince because he's literally going to sling attacks on the Demon Prince. Unless I contact Brother, if I kill this guy at initiative, and he's not in base, I'm not sure. I think I actually might be safe from Strength 10 for a turn as this Demon Prince just charges in, making contact here. I don't think he's allowed to swing back on me. But Drago could just kill everybody, so I don't know. So I'm going to go for endurance on... Oh, it's so hard. No, I think I'm going to just go ballsy. Endurance on the squad in 2 passes. So the squad has Eternal Warrior and 4+ Feel No Pain right now. And I'm just going to raw dog it with this guy. Closest guy as designed, Stern. Closest guy as designed, Sanguinary Priest.
I'm going to activate Holocaust. All Demon Princes of Nurgle die around me.
That's real. That's a thing.
Okay. All right. It happened in my mind, so I was just saying it.
Okay, right here, impact hit is a wound to Brother Captain. He can look out through this or keep it, but I think he actually wants.
No, I want to keep this. I just realized that if I die from this, the Demon Prince is not going to have to consolidate into Strength 10 hammers. But we'll see what happens. I do not die from this.
Nurgle on his side, impact hit, also wounds.
Sanguinary Priest is going to look out. Actually, no, he's going to... I'm going to look out, sir, this.
Yep, 2 up save.
Yep.
Good to go. Now we're going right to the initiative, a billion attacks from Demon Prince. He's using his Bale Sword to take away Feel No Pain. He has 7 attacks on the charge because he has 2 specialty weapons. And he does not have any rerolls, but he gets all hits. And
he's pissed.
And the Bale Sword is poison, so he wounds on 2s with rerolls here. So literally 7 wounds. You do have +1 to your vulnerable starting on Stern, but you can look out for all of them, do whatever you need to do.
After Stern lost Sanctuary, he is now the epitome of dead to me. So I'm going to see how many.
If you can luckily tank like 3 or 4 so no Terminators die.
Yeah, then he isn't dead to me, but we'll see. He's dead to me.
And now just...
And in real life, he's dead.
So it looks like you have 4 Terminators before Sanguinary Priest.
Yes, sir. So I'm going to roll 4 at a time.
2 ups. Terminator with no Feel No Pain available. Bale Sword.
And the last 2.
Got lucky and killed another.
Got another.
That doesn't happen every day, so we got a kill point and kill 2 Terminators. That's going a long way to keep me alive in this combat. And I think Drago is up.
Drago is up next. So he's got his 4 attacks out of the challenge. Preferred Enemy and Master Crafted. 3.
And he's we are bad. We're down to did we curse Earth? Yeah. So I have back to a 5 up invulnerable. And your force is not activated, but I do have Loki. I do have Loki of Fecundity, so 5 up, Feel No Pain. We take 2 wounds. We're on our last wound. With the Herald, and he does get to swing back in the Drago. Maybe he gets super lucky with his 5 attacks. 4 is the hit. Master Crafted, cocked. And we're Strength 6 looking for 2s. Cocked. We convert on 4 if we can get lucky and kill Drago here. Nope. That would have been step 2.
A priest into the flies.
Got the wound, and it looks like we're up to a 5 up invulnerable again.
Yes, sir.
Got it.
And now
Great unclean one. Yeah, 6 attacks coming in because he is a beast. He hits on 3s with no rerolls. He just has a Bale Sword. He wounds on 2s with rerolls. So he did 3 instant death starting at your Sanguinary Priest. So you can look out, sir. But
yeah, I have a 2 up invone on the other. So I'm gonna try 1 until it dies. So I'm gonna look out, sir. And a 2 up. Look out, sir.
He's dead. Because there's no way to stop a Bale Sword.
Yep. And now 1 last 2 up.
Yep.
Good to go.
So we are getting kill points from this combat, but
Now it's Thunderhammer time.
Thunderhammer time.
Into the unit. I cannot get the units that just charged in, so I'm going to rock my 6 dice. Go ahead and re-roll this here. Preferred enemy.
As long as the Grey Knight's alive.
I do hit on 3s.
Yes. Actually, I think at this point I can claim my higher weapon skill. So we might have to do that over again because now I have a weapon skill.
Okay, so it's 1.
So yeah, there we go. So we do have 4 wounds. Starting here on this guy, going into this. They're both on their last wound. And it cannot spill out into the new units. So literally need to make
just a 5-up?
3 5-ups to have a guy alive. Nope. So even though I got 2 kill points this turn, I lost 2 kill points. So all that hard work undone.
And now demonic instability comes into play.
Yep. So demonic instability, we had to tally it up though. That was actually only 2 wounds because they were both on their last wound. And I did 2 wounds to Stern, 2 wounds to the Sanguinary Priest, and killed 2 Terminators.
1 wound to Stern, 2 to the Sanguinary Priest, and 2. So you did 5 to me.
Yep, and you did 2 to me.
Yep, good call.
So I actually win this combat for once. Things are not going quite my way this turn, but the psychic game is part of that. So I'm making the decisions, I'm trying to make the plays. Hey, I still got turns left in this game, and I'm going to definitely try to capitalize and maybe finish off this unit, get back in the game, break out, kill that unit. A lot of things can happen.
So turn 5, me. This was huge. I definitely am going to feel not having Sanctuary and that 2-up Invone, but we're just going to see what happens. And I've got a decision to make if I want the Strike Squad to jump in there, depending on what my psychic abilities get there. Also, Dread Knight is becoming the MVP. He just picked up another kill point, so him himself has gotten 2, and we're working on maybe by this turn to get this 3rd. Rhino's going to keep hauling ass away. He's going to roll a dangerous terrain check. Good to go. He's cutting through the building, and just to speed up time, we're going to go ahead and turbo boost, move way away from Demon Prince in case he locks out of that combat. So psychic phase, let's see what our community dice is looking like. That is a 3. So my lost turn, so that was 2, so I have 5 total, plus the community is at 8 total. And let me figure out what I'm gonna do. Drago's gonna try Force first. Goes off on 1.
Goes off on 1, so obviously need to sack some dice into this. I don't think I can stop this very easily, so gonna go right here. We just blocked it.
So now that I know Kenny doesn't have any dice left, no, I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna get ballsy and just roll all my dice to make sure. It does go off, no perils. So, and I'm sorry, that is Hammerhand.
So I don't know if Juice is going to issue a challenge, but I will if he doesn't.
I am not going to issue a challenge.
Demon Prince is going to try to get out of this by issuing a challenge to Drago.
I really don't want Drago in that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it with my Terminator Sergeant.
Anyone can take it, yeah.
Yep. So this is what will happen.
Got 6 attacks coming into these Terminators right here. 3 hits, no rerolls. 20 on 2s, that's 3. AP 2 wounds.
And there's no reason to split them up or anything, so I just have 3-up saves.
Would have liked to see one of them go down.
Stick all those now back in the challenge.
Back to
oh, excuse me, Drago is at initiative. 4 attacks. Cocked. And Master Crafted. Strength 7.
8, 9 from Hammerhand, so
Yep.
2s. Yep. So the Great Unclean One has 5 up invulnerables. And he has 4 Feel No Pain from his Greater Gift. He takes 1 wound. And he now will get the swing in initiative 4 with 5 attacks. 14 on 2s or rerolls from poison, so he does another 4.
Drago's on his last wound with no feel, no pain.
3 ups.
Oh.
So did luck out and get a kill point there, but I think I'm about to lose this Demon Prince to 6 Thunderhammer attacks.
So
he does need 5s to hit though. It's my only saving grace. He might not get lucky.
Got lucky 3 times.
3 times. And luckily, in a higher initiative, I did take out his preferred enemy. So it looks like I'm gonna need to bang out double 5s to survive. Nope, this guy has been crushed out. And also that's 4 wounds. 5 wounds to the 1 I caused him.
So demonic instability minus 4.
Leadership 9 minus 4.
It's a 5.
Great Unclean One lives.
Stuck it.
Wow.
It's clutch. I don't even know where my mind's at right now that this happened. I don't know if I'm happy or sad. I know that if the game keeps going, I'm picking up this kill point. I lost 2 there, picked up 1, or it's back and forth. We'll see what happens, and it's time to see if this game keeps going or not. No.
I could have used another turn.
Oh man,
but I think you could have too.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say. We have not been keeping up with the scores, so we are about to count it up, and we do not know what's happening. So the game is done. Dice have been rolled. Let's start out by just going with the score for everybody at home. Kill points wise, I got 5. DeKinney's 4. That last 2 turns was ridiculous.
Yep.
But I was able to get First Blood and Linebreaker. Kenny was able to get Linebreaker and Slay the Warlord because Brother Captain Stern was my Warlord.
Really tight game. You're going to sneak it ahead with that 1 extra kill point.
Yep, I was. But now Kenny, what, as we were going back and we were talking about it before the game, anything else like that, you were right on point. Not having Fate Weaver was huge.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the first time it failed, not a big deal, but as soon as I got into close combat, not having my, it cost me a drone a turn. Not having them every time.
And in a 7-man unit, a drone a turn is huge. When after the first turn, you couldn't, go back and forth with me on that.
Yeah, I mean, I've gone many games of Warhammer 40K in my life, never failing the Grimoire with that reroll. I do feel the limitations of the Mono God in that situation. Outside of that, I was pretty happy. It was only 50 extra points, so I didn't have a lot of dice. Also, I didn't use Pink Horse to boost up my numbers. I chose very deliberately to be Nurgle themed. And so anyone watching at home was like, that always happens to me when I play Nurgle. Don't pigeonhole yourself into playing Nurgle all the time. You don't have to.
Yeah.
When people see me play, with some Horrors and some Plague Flies and a Fate Weaver, people are like, that's not thematic. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. It's all in my Chaos Codex. To believe that the Chaos Gods don't work together is preposterous. Of course they work together.
Think about how thematic it is when now your 7-man, 7 Nurgle-themed drone star is now almost unkillable because of Fate Weaver, you're going to pass the Grimoire. Because of the Pink Horrors, you're going to get those psychic abilities off. So in my opinion, it actually could be even more.
It's way more thematic. The galaxy's not burning because Chaos doesn't work well with each other.
Yeah.
They have their own special way of working with each other. Fate Weaver is like, I told you to do that. He's manipulating these units. So but I do, Nurgle is in my heart. I love Nurgle more than anything. So I was really happy to play just yes, Biomancy. Don't have to manage all this, Psychic Scream and trying to get invisibilities and stuff, So I was really happy with that, and overall was really happy with the way the army performs.
You know how great it felt to play Drago again?
Yeah. You got to do a Gave Infinity at least. Last time I played Drago, he died before my first game.
Before it even moved. Man, it just felt so great to play a Dread Knight. It's my old school Terminator unit, Drago. All in all, it was just an amazing 1,500 points.
I'll say my favorite part of the game was the gate, the gate shift. Getting in there and literally oh, you guys thought you were passing up on this? Mm-hmm. No, right here. You got to go through us. So now I'm like, well, I either go back in time, and that's one of those things I was talking about. Is a really cagey way to be playing would be to try to psychic shriek a Dread Knight to death while moving all my models backwards. With that Demon Prince.
Yeah.
I'm like, I will never play that way. I'm not going to start today on the Long War. That's not how you bring Hobby back.
Exactly. That was actually going to be as a lead-in point of what tactical decision could you to share everybody, during the game that we can showcase to get everybody to that next level. And that was a great one. That's one of the ones that I was thinking of is the maneuverability that you have with your army. You were able to counter deploy me with a redeployment almost in the movement phase. So with Gate of Infinity, that put me right back on top. One that stood out in my mind is what I really liked of the Rhinos. Some people just think about running away. If I didn't bring the Rhino closer to my unit, then I could have never had an opportunity to punch face.
It would have made my decisions a lot easier, just killing these Rhinos. And think about it, If I killed the rhinos in the squad and not lost my demon prince, that could have been a win.
Yep.
So like if he didn't bait me back into the unit by not giving me an opportunity not to be baited, strong tactics.
Yep. So, well, good, man. Well, as always, what a great game.
Super
and,
fresh and icy as usual.
Yo, as always, and definitely make sure that you check out thelongwar.net. It's got all the hottest and freshest battle reports. And now that the Beach Laboratory is up, it's only going to get fresher.